Give me just a second to get set up, everyone, and we're good to go. Well, almost. There we go. Hey, everyone. RSKOS here, and welcome back to another live stream from the Memories of Ascendency Adventure Map World. Woo! Been a while. And I just got back from vacation, which is part of the pause in this, but I also have been a little busy with other live streams and other recordings. However, I've not stopped working on this, and now, as you can see, just a quick look at the map, I've started expanding on this river, and I've also started making a couple more minor mountain ranges. Nothing like the giant one that's going to be here. And that's kind of what we're going to be working on this episode, starting with some clearing. And wow, someone's already in the chat. That is fast. But yeah, I just got back from a vacation up in Branson, Missouri. Hey Tyler, figured it was you. But yeah, I just got back from a vacation in Branson, which was very nice. Saw a couple of good shows, a couple of movies, lots of shopping. That's pretty good. Nothing like my vacation last year, which was actually before I started YouTube, but it's nothing like that. It's still a pretty good vacation now. Although one of the days I got sick with diarrhea from going in the hotel swimming pool. I didn't do that again. But aside from that, it was good. How you been doing, Tyler? Picked up a couple of games while I was away too, including Ukulele. If you haven't seen that series, everyone, go check that out. It should be a good one. Oh, and let me hear some of that Splatoon 2 hype in the comments, everyone. They had the Splatfest World Premiere tomorrow. And guess who's playing Splatfest? This guy. Sadly, I can't record Splatfest because I'm still not set up to record on other consoles. However, I'm definitely looking for a way to. You know, all I need, I believe, is a capture card or some way to record on the computer and editing software to go with it. And I don't really need editing software. I can still use PlayStation, I believe. Ice cream all the way. Not so much because of the ice cream, though, but more so because the character supporting ice cream. Marina is bae. As odd as that sounds. That just dawned on me how odd that sounds. Yeah, that should be interesting. I wasn't able to play any of these Splatoon test fires, but I should be able to play this. I've already explored around the server. I've downloaded the Splatfest thing on the Switch already, and I explored around the hub, which I don't even know what it's called. And I like what I see. Honestly, what I think I'm most excited for is the new salmon run. That looks really fun. However, I'm definitely excited for everything else in that game. And like I said, the instant I get a way to record on other systems, I will be recording. Don't worry. I'm probably gonna hold off until I get my personal computer, though. Once I get my own computer, though, I'll look up recording software or some way to record and hook it up. Then I think all I might have to do is maybe hook my computer up to the console and play it off of that. And then I can just move the footage over to my PS4 and edit it via SharePlay still. That sounds like a pretty good plan. Yeah, we're over here working on a river between the major mountain range here and a smaller mountain range. And it's dawned on me that this river may be just a tad bit massive, but not too bad. There's gonna be like a little smaller mountain range here in the middle of the river, where it kind of splits. Oh, I haven't even mentioned it yet. This live stream, we're buckling down and working on basically the main field of the world. If you want to really relate it to Zelda, we're working on the Hyrule field of this map. But it's not quite the same. But yeah, when I was in Branson, I saw a couple of shows. I saw the Acrobats of China again. I've seen them before. They never cease to impress me. I also saw the Moses play, which was pretty good, I'll admit. I would not mind seeing it again, although I still have another show on by the time I ever go back there. But they were really good. Although the seats were a little odd. And I also went to the movies there and saw Wonder Woman, which actually was a lot better than I was expecting. The only downside of this whole trip is that it was like 100 degrees the entire time we were there. And we went to the shopping center at Branson Landing and fried, practically. It was just too hot. We also swam in the Buffalo River in northern Arkansas, though, that's always a joy, going to the Buffalo River, I gotta admit. If you've never been to the Buffalo River, it's just really nice. You know, it's one of those nice flowing mountainous streams, not like the river here at home, Tyler. Yeah, they had that on, but we chose Wonder Woman instead, because I've never been a big fan of Spider-Man, although I hear that this one's good. Like, I do hear this new Spider-Man's good, but we went to see we went to see Wonder Woman in theaters before it, well, left theaters, I guess. What else did we do while we were in Branson? I mentioned we swam in the Buffalo, which, like I said, is always a nice, cooling experience. We didn't float the Buffalo this time, though. Last time we went up through that area, we floated the Buffalo in canoes, which was also fairly good. Oh yeah, I got to try out my Switch on I got to try the Switch a long way from home, which was a good experience. I was glad to do it. And I had a lot of fun in the car ride up to and from playing Fire Emblem Echoes. Love that game. And I've also been playing the master mode of Breath of the Wild on the Switch, which, that's a challenge. That is a challenge. We also just did a lot of college shopping while we're up there, shopping for college. But yeah, I now have 4 YouTube series going on my channel, which will be like 4 normal video series. I'm not even including live series in that list. But yeah, 4 normal series. So I have a schedule planned out though. I don't have dates for when I'm going to post each video. I'm going to post those just whenever I am available to. But the plan right now is to the plan right now is to do Scientcraft videos, and then follow that up the next day with ukulele videos, and then follow that up with Mass Effect Andromeda, and then Final Fantasy X the very next day after that. So 4-day cycles. And then after Final Fantasy X, we go back to Scientcraft. However, if there's any days in between, I might play other games that are shorter and easier to record, like, say, Little Big Planet, or maybe just single-player episodes. You know, I think that's the plan. However, I may not always be able to do the in-between episodes. I think I'm gonna like Yooka-Laylee, though. It reminds me of Banjo-Kazooie, which, admittedly, Banjo-Kazooie wasn't exactly my childhood, but it wasn't exactly a game I just played super recently, either. I played it about when I was maybe 13, 14, I'd say. And I had fun with it. Never completed either one of them, but it was good. Okay, we have the river done. I think this will be good. It looks pretty good on the map, doesn't it? Time to work on the mountain. And I do plan 100%... I have a fly in here. I plan 100% Yooka-Laylee. But I don't know if I'm... Whoops. Creative. I don't know if that's actually gonna happen. I just need to see how many collectibles there are. Yeah, I know you can play it on like the Xbox or something on their shop. However, I've never really got online anything on Xbox. I actually have Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie on both of them on my N64, which surprisingly still works. I don't know how, but it does. But there's a lot of N64 games I wouldn't mind playing, but sometimes that wouldn't be too possible for the channel, unless I had an emulator. But yeah, I really think once I get my own computer, as long as I don't break it, I should be able to finally begin recording other consoles. As soon as I get recording software too, but I need to look into that. I don't even know where I begin to look for recording softwares. Any ideas? Preferably, I might like to buy one out of a store, but something tells me that's not exactly going to happen. Yeah, I'm never... Yeah, emulator good. Admittedly, OBS. Really, where do I get that? I've always been wary of getting anything straight offline, because I'm always worried there's gonna be a virus with it, whether it's free or not. And I definitely don't want to mess up my new computer. Oh, cool. Where do I get it then? Like, the actual site, because if it's a free thing and a lot of people use it, then I know there's going to be fake websites that'll get me a virus. Trust me, I've been on the bad end of them before. You have it? Okay. I can't... Thanks... You need to let me know at some point where I can get that. I won't be getting it anytime soon, obviously, because I'm not even using my new computer as of right now. But I wouldn't mind getting it. That would let me record other things. And like I said, I can just move that video footage over to my PS4 and edit it there. SharePlay does not care where the footage comes from as long as it is video footage. Okay, thanks. That is recording software, yes? That's not just editing? And if now, the hope is I can just, like, say, you know, like, for example, the Switch has and have the screen for the Switch on my computer, and then simply click the record button. Okay, good. You know, and then just record the screen from the Switch on the computer. Because that is definitely something I want to look into. PS4 games are good and all, but admittedly it can get a little stale when your entire channel is nothing but PS4 games. And I'll admit there's not terribly many PS4 games I'm all that interested in for channels. There's a ton of PS4 games I love to play, but not necessarily for YouTube. one I would love to really love to play for YouTube is the Tales series. I picked up Tales of Berseria, or however you pronounce it, the other day as well. However, Tales games and share play are really... copyright boundary is a thing, let's just say that. I've already tried recording Tales of Zestiria, or whatever it's called, before as well, and share play wouldn't let me record a single bit of it, even gameplay. So yeah. Yeah, I actually still have the original Superstar Saga 4 Game Boy, and I play it on my DS. Like my original DS. It's really good. It's a good game. In fact, I have the... Oh, that reminds me. Have you seen Chugga's new Let's Play of... What the freak is it called? I forget. It's one of my favorite games. Why can I not remember what it's called? Partners in Time. That's it. That's one of my favorite games, and I'm really glad he's Let's Playing it. However, while it's my favorite game, I'm afraid to admit I've never beat it. I've got to the final boss of that game, which I'm not spoiling, but that final boss put Superstar Saga's final boss to shame. Like, in my opinion, it is the hardest final boss in any of the Mario and Luigi games, without question. Yeah. And like I said, I've been playing Fire Emblem Echoes recently too, which is a fun game. It is very different from what I'm used to from the series, though. Then again, I've only played 2 games in the series, though, so there's not much to expect. I haven't actually looked at that yet, Tyler. Unfortunately, he started that series right before I left on vacation, so I haven't actually been able to binge watch what I missed just yet. So I need to look into it. But as soon as I binge watch, I'll look into it. What I always did, though, Partners in Time in particular had something with the stats, I remember, where it would always lean toward one particular. You know, you could, with the random stat changes, you could pick whatever stat you wanted. But out of all of them, all of them would have, like, very low rolling numbers. But then you have one stat in particular that would go up to 5 and occasionally even like 4 or 5 and maybe even 6 occasionally. And that's usually the one I always picked, because there'd always be one stat roll that would have those extremely high numbers compared to all the others. And I don't know if the game did that intentionally, but I always found that to be the case. And I always just went for that. You know? That way, regardless of whatever stat I'm getting a major increase to it. That's something I'm really sad they took. That's something I'm really sad they took out of Paper Jam, because I always liked that about the series. But yeah, I'm really liking Fire Emblem Echoes. The whole dungeon system is very new to me and very cool, if not just a little tedious. It's kind of like just battle after battle after battle. I don't think it'd be so bad if the enemies that you encountered in those battles in the dungeons weren't so, like, numerous. Let's put it that way. Chugga, when he was young, picked HP every... Oh. Well, I can see that. In fact, honestly, that probably makes the final boss of that game easier. Again, I'm not spoiling that final boss, but it is the hardest in the entire series, in my opinion. The only other boss I've never really beat is the Dark Bowser from Inside Story. However, I've never got that far either in that game, so... But I know it's easier than this, or than Partners in Times. Because that boss is evil. I have tried countless times. It is just... It's hard. Although, now that I think about it, I haven't played Paper Jam's final boss either. I need to get back to that game. I got stuck on one random boss in that game. I gotta say, I think Partners in Time did the whole more than 2 party member thing better than Paper Jam. Because even though Paper Jam only has 3, as opposed to the other Partners in Time's 4, you have to control all 3 in Paper Jam at the same time, practically. While in Partners in Time, you're only controlling 2 at a time at any given time, whether it's the pairing of adult and sibling, or if it's the two adults themselves. You're never controlling more than 2, and I feel like that did it better. Oh yeah, and I also binge watched Stephen and Mal play the water race dungeon. That's why I never played Pikmin 2 very far into it. I found out about that and just like, nope. I just kind of noped out of that game. Oh yeah, I recently played through Tales of Symphonia 2 after Missy finished her Let's Play, and that's a good game too in its own right. I thought it was a pretty good game. I don't know why so many people seem to not like it. I guess there are a couple of obvious problems I noticed with it, but it's not like game breaking, you know, or like story destroying. It's definitely the weakest story of a Tales game I've seen, but it's not terrible. Whoops, I didn't... Well, I already got this wall built up now. What I'm wanting to do is, like, slowly taper this hill up, but I already messed that up with this. I might, extend that out more. I wonder what Missy's next LP will be. Honestly, probably Splatoon 2. I wouldn't doubt it. Has she done blind Let's Plays before? It might be Splatoon 2. In fact, I know she's streaming on Twitch Splatoon 1 at 9, so I might join that. That's also why I started the stream earlier tonight. Although 9 o'clock for her, I think she said Eastern Time, might be... Is it 8 o'clock for me? I never know how time zone things work. So as usual, I'm listening to music, and my recommendation for today, I'm listening to gaming music anyway, is And Thus I Can Do It Heroic from Tales of Symphonia. Okay, yeah, then this stream may not go much into 8 o'clock. Because I do want to catch that stream. She's a good Splatoon player, and I'm not the best Splatoon player out there, but I'm a decent one, which, that reminds me. I've gone back to Splatoon recently and have been using motion controls. And I'll admit, I don't know why I hated motion controls so much in that game. I'm using them now. I think it's because I always had the wrong idea of how to use them. I played the tutorial in Splatoon 2 and finally figured it out. You don't wave the gamepad all around. You use a joystick, of course, anyway. I knew that much. But you don't, like... You depend more on the joystick to move than the gamepad. And you don't have to, like, fling it all in the air. I'm making hand gestures here, derp. But you don't have to fling the gamepad in the air. You just have to tilt it slightly. I never really understood that, and I think that's why I had so many problems with that game. Now I understand that it's a little late, considering Splatoon 2 is about to come out. But hey, better late than never, right? Oh, that sucks. That really sucks, Tyler. I couldn't even imagine what would happen if my Wii U gamepad messed up, because I used my Wii U for almost everything. I watch YouTube on it, of course, but I even use it to check my videos. By the way, Tyler, what do you think about the ukulele Let's Play? More specifically, what do you think about my voice acting for it? My voice has been raped. Help. I really worry for my voice in that Let's Play. And the best part is, after I finished, like just a little while ago, after I watched my own video, I went and watched Tom Fox's first video. You know, no spoilers, I didn't even watch that far. Just to see if he did what I done. And man, how did he do all those voices? I guess that probably comes with part of me just never ever talking. I don't have really much practice talking per se. I think part of that is because I was actually late to the talking anyway. Like when I was a lot younger, I had like some horrible, yeah. When I was a lot younger, I had some horrible buildup of wax in my ear or something, like when I was like baby infant younger. And as a result, I was pretty much deaf for like the first couple of years of my life. And as a result, I was very late to talking. Once they finally got it all cleared out of me, I had to go through speech therapy. And honestly, I think I'm still a little off when it comes to speaking. You might notice, like I've always had people point out that I speak a little strangely occasionally. However, I've also noticed, people have also pointed out that I speak super fast, but that's for another reason altogether. But yeah, I'm not really the best when it comes to talking. And not to mention, my voice gets strained super easily. Yeah, I think the plan here too is to make another small mounting over here that connects to this little fortification, and then a smaller one over here, and make this entrance area a little bit of a valley, not like a drastic one. More, I want it to resemble more of a field than a valley. And I think I'm gonna just push this second level all the way out a little further. Although I still want to have this little lake shore exposed. Like, I think that this is gonna be looking really good once I get it all worked out. Speaking of which, I need to drink water. Don't know why I said speaking of which. Yeah, me too, although I haven't seen any recently because, you know, vacation. I really need that vacation, I gotta say. But now I'm super worried because now it's dawned on me. The next major thing that's gonna happen to me is college. Ack! Help! That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, okay, what's he streaming? That's something I really want to do though. Before I go to college, I want to finish the Final Fantasy X series. I want to finish that in under a year, if I can. That's not a 100% let's play, I'm just going through it. And I really want to finish that game. Like, that game has a special meaning to me, let's put it that way. It's not exactly from my childhood, but it's really grabbed my attention. It's one of those games that you just love, you know? Oh, Breath of the Wild, derp. For some reason, in my head, that registers as By the Way, not Breath of the Wild. I think I missed the O. Yeah, when I first played Breath of the Wild, I went straight to Zora's Domain. This time I went to Rito Village, and now I'm heading to Gerudo in Master Mode. So a cool challenge I'm doing in Master Mode now is I'm trying to teleport as little as possible. I want to ride the horse a lot, and I've already got the Korok mask as well as the Majora's mask and a couple of others. from the DLC, and I'm kind of just gearing up on hearts. I'm not even worrying with stamina vessels right now. I'm just getting hearts so I can get the Master Sword and try out the new dungeon. Although I don't know what it's going to be like on Master Mode. Does anyone know if that dungeon is different on Master Mode, actually? You know, the Trial of the Sword, that's what I'm thinking of. Like, I don't know if that's different on Master Mode, because all I've seen of it so far has just been normal gameplay. I've also been watching a bunch of random... Oh, okay. Well, that makes it a heck of a lot easier, admittedly. Anyway, though, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I've also been watching a bunch of Splatoon animations, like Gmod animations and other stuff, recently, just to help me get a little hyped, and man, some people are really creative. All I'm gonna say. That's the kind of thing I would probably do if I ever played Gmod. Which, honestly, I wouldn't mind. It's not like something I'd really play religiously, like, well, Minecraft, I don't think. But Gmod is a good game. And people can do some crazy fun stuff with YouTube in that game. Just watch Vanos' channel or anyone like that. Also, notice how clearing this river has destroyed my shovel. Remember how it was at the start of stream? It was full. It's not now. Yeah, Ben, also, I watch him. By the way, send that Ramdot. You want to know me how I can connect Chugga to Vanos? It's a very cryptic way. The way I connect him is Chugga and TRG. TRG plays with Tom Fox occasionally. Tom Fox plays with the Dirt Crew, and specifically Curious Gamers, aka Shield Chaos. And Shield Chaos plays with Vanos. Bingo! That was just a totally random connection. And I'm sure they don't probably know each other, honestly. But hey, this is a cool way to connect YouTubers. A lot of them know each other, believe it or not. And a lot of YouTubers know other YouTubers, like in real life. I'm not one of those YouTubers, but hey, I always thought it was kind of fun to think about, you know? How can you connect YouTubers together? Also, all those channels I just mentioned are really good. Everyone should totally check them out. Shout out! Yeah, another game I've been watching recently is the Friday the 13th game. I've never really been a big fan of Friday the 13th, but I don't really care, because that game looks fun. That game looks fun. It's something I might want to play someday. And time to change music, because this is getting on my nerves. Huh. That's different. Conspiracy what about? Okay, now I'm playing Hyrule Field guitar version music in my ear. Sorry because y'all can't hear that, but y'all, oh my gosh, a rift. Anyway, sorry y'all can't hear that, but y'all know, copyright. I don't want to get copyrighted, even if it is a live stream. And that reminds me too. Aside from the whole, what is it called? Crash Bandicoot game. Is there any other games you'd like me to stream? Just for fun, even if they're copyrighted. Know that if I play any other games in stream that are copyrighted, I will just simply have to skip the stuff that's copyrighted, you know? So it wouldn't be like a proper Let's Play. But let me know if there's any other games you'd like to see me play. Oh. Okay. Yeah, let me know if there's any other games you'd like to play. Also, I ain't playing Crash Bandicoot again for a while. Forget that. That game has... I both love and hate that game. Maybe. I don't have Naruto, admittedly. Like, one game I've considered is Ratchet and Clank on the PS4, but I know that game has copyrights because of that stupid movie. Which, admittedly, I've never seen the movie. I need to watch the movie. I'm sure I'd love the movie. But it's stupid how the game is copyrighted because of the movie. I think, wow, this has all been done in just 36 minutes. I'm making a pretty good headway, aren't I? Although I have some more work to do. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna work that a little bit. But yeah, what I'm going for, the movie is bad. Okay, I still need to watch it, but yeah. So then what I'm going for here is like small mountains that go up toward the actual massive mountain that will be this area. And believe it or not, this was actually inspired off of Vacation. Originally, this was, yeah, I might try that game. Originally, this was just going to be one mountain, and that's it. It just connects to the field and then the river. But then on Vacation, you know, I went up through the Ozarks, and we went through the foothills on the other side of the Arkansas River, then up to the real mountains, and then, of course, to Branson. And I noticed that there's nowhere on Earth, I think, where a mountain just appears. You know, without any kind of, like, hills before it, unless you're talking about, like, a volcano or something. But that's not exactly just a normal mountain. Yeah, so they always have foothills, so I'm trying to create that into the field. That's also going to help to make the field feel more alive. Or not necessarily alive, but I don't want this flat, empty field. I want terrain, you know? The only part of this map that I want to be totally flat and devoid of, like, terrain changes is the desert, because the desert is supposed to be bland. It's not meant to be explored thoroughly. It's meant to push the player to where they need to go. Unless, of course, you're doing side quests, you know? Because the deserts in real life don't really have that much to them, at least sandy deserts. Now, if you're talking about, like, a Western American desert, yeah, those have a lot to them. But that's kind of what the mesa there is meant to represent. Actually, there's a couple of games, but one I know of that's recently come out is something called Colony Survival. It's a lot different from Minecraft. Although this game will look realistic soon if they follow through with their promise of not texture packs, what am I thinking of? Shaders. And I still want servers as well. Honestly, I don't really care that Sony's backed out of the whole, you know, cross-platform thing, because meh. But I definitely want servers and shaders to still be a thing, without a doubt. And I wouldn't mind seeing what this map looks like with shaders either, to be totally honest. In fact, if it looks good enough, I might just make the map use shaders. Although I do know shaders are one of those things that usually if you don't start a world with them, they won't look very good. However, to be fair, we haven't done that terrible of amount. Well, we've done a lot in this world, but I don't mean to say we haven't done much. We've done a lot, but compared to the finished product of this map that I'm envisioning, whoa, I'm almost making a mistake. First off, I pulled out my earpiece, but second, I almost did the same mistake again of just a flat wall. Let's not do that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the map right now is nothing compared to the finished product I'm envisioning. By the way, if it sounds like I'm a little loud or soft, I can't exactly hear my own voice right now because I have a headset in one ear and a earpiece in the other for music. So yeah, if my voice sounds odd, that's because I can't hear myself think even. I'm probably going to go for another 10, maybe 20 minutes or so, and then I'm going to end the stream. But yeah, tomorrow I will be... Dang it, I did... Whoops. I almost just pulled my gamepad totally off kilter. Tomorrow I am probably going to be recording Mass Effect Andromeda again. How did I just get my mic tangled in my chair? Or not mic, but headset. I'm going to break this mic. One moment. There we go. And now to switch music again. I was just looking. Yeah, it's making an imprint. Oh yeah. Believe it or not, I actually had fried bacon the other day, or what essentially was called fried bacon. I don't remember what it was actually called, but it tasted pretty good. Oh, real quick change too. I also worked on this little bridge and made it a drawbridge kind of thing. It obviously doesn't work due to Minecraft restrictions, but it looks good. The only thing I'm not sure about is this line in the middle. It's meant to symbolize that, hey, one end goes this way, the other one goes the other. But I'm not so sure about it. Anyway, back to this. So I'm just going in the quiet mode. I'm concentrating, trying to get as much done as I can now. There we go, another level done. So I plan to sprinkle some small towns and like out throughout this field. I don't plan to have just like a couple of towns, like 1 or 2 towns in this map. I plan to have quite a few. However, most of them will not be large, like say the castle town that's going to be over here. I plan to have one large one there, a large one around near the coast, a large one in the desert, and a relatively large one in the hills behind the castle here. And maybe one more large one somewhere in the field near the forest, but other than that, I plan to have small ones. I'm not even sure about some of those. And by large, I mean like important to the story kind of towns, not necessarily like truly large. A lot of them will probably be quite small. And then I plan to have like little villages along the side for side quest purposes only. It should be pretty good. I plan to have a lot of side quests in this map. Like a lot of side quests due to the sheer size of the map. Although it's not that big. In fact, I'm using the classic option for the world. That being said, it's coming out to be pretty imposing at this size, you know? It should be good. I think it'll be good. So I changed this again. I am now listening to the Great Sea from Wind Waker guitar version. Because why the frick not? I'm working on the overworld of this game. Or the main field, center field anyway. Which I don't have a name for. I need to like come up with a name for this like kingdom of the game. For this adventure map. And then like name the field after it. Because while the map is called Memories of Ascendency, the kingdom is not called anything to do with that, you know? I don't want the kingdom to be have anything to do with that name. At least right now. I might change my mind. But yeah, whatever the kingdom's name is what the field name will also be. I was just looking from a distance. Yeah, I definitely need to work with that smaller bit. But it's coming out pretty good. And of course, I'm going to smooth out these hills a pretty large amount compared to that mountain. Like, I'm going to have to work with these inner hills a lot more. Because these aren't meant to be mountains per se compared to the large one. These are more so hills. That being said, along the river, there will stay cliffs. Excuse me. Also, I have this thing here for decoration, but it's also to block boats. Of course, for this, the plan is this will go from the field through the mountain to the valley over here, and possibly it'll also work as an access to the top of the mountain here. However, I don't want any of those areas accessible from the beginning of the map. I want to make it so you have to come to the castle town first, and then rent a boat or something, and then go across the lake to the other end of the valley, and then make it so you can unblock something that will lead you to that bridge, you know, to make it easier. I had to get a drink of water. But yeah. I think that's a pretty good plan. Heading back over. Oh yeah, and this bridge is not a final product. I think it looks pretty good, but it needs something still. Maybe a couple more supports for one thing. Oh yeah, and I plan to have maybe some kind of boat minigame going along these rivers too. That might be an idea. I mean, it's an adventure map, but who says I can't have like little side minigames in it as well? I mean, I'm gonna have side quests already, so why not have minigames? I put a lot of thought in this map, you can tell. But I think it'll turn out pretty good, I hope. So I gotta find a place to actually post it whenever it's finished, but I'm nowhere near finished. I can see this project going on for another year at the very least, if not a little longer, honestly. Although I feel I'll probably get finished with the terrain, hopefully by the end of this year. It might take a little longer, but I feel I'll be done with the terrain pretty soon. It depends on if I just continue working this terrain and nothing else, or if I decide to work on some side quests once I start finishing certain areas off. You know, and story elements, which I'm working on the story. I have pretty good ideas to story and characters. However, I'm not disclosing anything yet. Sorry. There's two reasons. One, I don't want to spoil the adventure map before it's even out. But two, it's because nothing's set in stone yet. So I don't want to, like, say one thing now and have it, like, change to something totally different later. Then I plan to have, like, major plot points that would be a real bummer if they were spoiled anyway. You know, like plot twist. And yeah. Some of those plot twists are set in stone. I don't want to spoil them. So yeah, sorry. I'm gonna go for about 10 more minutes and then end the stream, I'd say. About 8 more anyway. And then I should do real quick is actually just mark out this lower area. Mark out how I want it. By the way, Tyler, well, if you're still in the chat later, we should totally play Splatoon again sometime. I think that'd be really nice. You know, in the Wii U version. Maybe before the Switch comes out. So, I've been playing it again lately, so if you happen to see me on there, give a shout out, send a message via PS4, something, I don't know. Whatever you want. Okay. I think this will work. This section here is a little big. I'm gonna have to put some there. It's actually a pretty big sized hill, admittedly. Although it's not as high as the mountain is already over here. And it might even grow larger. Although I don't want the mountain to increase at such an incredible rate anymore from here on. Like here, the cliffs are good. But I need to smooth this area out and keep smoothing it out. Because then, along the top sides of the mountain, I want it to be more like rocky plains that give way to a snowy tundra eventually. But it's kind of hard to give it the plains feeling if you just have giant cliffs over and over. And I need to rough up whatever cliffs I have soon too, but that's going to be the touch-up phase of the map. And I'm nowhere near touch-up. I'd like to finish at least the bare bones of the terrain before I start touching things up. Although, I'll admit, the layered cliffs do have their own charm. And on top of that, if I try to rough this stuff up, it would take forever. And I kind of want this stuff to be a map. I kind of want this map to be something I can release fairly soon upon the initial development, you know? While it's still being good, in-depth, and, for lack of better terms, large. But believe it or not, this doesn't take up that many... It doesn't take up that much memory. Probably because most of the things are hollow, admittedly. And there's not terribly much going on in the way of redstone yet. I mean, the only redstone even in the map right now is the dungeon in the forest. And that's it. I'm gonna finish off this little top and then exit end the stream. Silent RSKOS mode go, I guess. Didn't even mean to be totally silent. But when I concentrate like this, I don't make too many errors and I can keep going super fast. So let's, I guess, Silent RSKOS mode go. Oh, this would be a good time to mention it. Around near the end of the stream here. But if we can reach 15 subscribers very soon, I will do a face cam. You know, I'll do a face cam video, and I might start using face cam in Livestream. So, let's reach that 15 subscribers, shall we? I mean, we're so close. I think, last time I checked I had 13, and last time I checked was today. So, hopefully I haven't lost any, and I wouldn't mind gaining any. Let's try to reach that 15 subscribers. We're so close, people. So close. We need to make some milestones, yeah? Although I really do appreciate everyone who's worked with me in my channel, whether it be multiplayer videos, or just simply supporting the channel by subscribing, or just supporting me in real life with it, you know? I really do appreciate that, and like I said, this is for a hobby. I'm not milking y'all for the money or anything, via YouTube ads or anything. So I just do this for fun, and I'm really happy for the support. A nice go might be to make my hobby a side source of money eventually, but I have no intention of doing that yet. Because 1, I'm not ready, 2, I don't need the money, and 3, I'm 17 and about to go to college, so who knows what's about to happen to my YouTube channel. I fully intend to keep it going, but I might have to greatly decrease the rate of my video output, unfortunately. We'll just have to see how it goes. Just kind of wanted to get that out there, because it's near the end of the stream. That's the top of a tree. I couldn't figure out what that was over there. Also, that tower will eventually be finished. just in time. That will be it for this live stream. Thank you all for watching this live stream of the Building of Adventures, Memories of Ascendency. Thank you all for watching and support the channel like I mentioned just a while ago. Tune in next Friday or so for the next live stream of Memories of Ascendency. I've been RSK West, and I will see you all later. Good night.